everybody, what's up? OCD Mikey, Hi-Fi Guy here, ready for another show, the OCD Mikey Hi-Fi Guy show. And I am going to today talk about something, and I'm going to tread into sort of uncharted territory and risk really pissing some people off. But hey, you know what? This channel is for talking about stuff that is on my mind, and you guys come along for the ride, and hopefully you enjoy the ride. So what I want to talk about today was something that I got triggered by a Rick Beato video that was recent, okay? And I learned about Rick Beato by somebody mutual that we know, and you know, I started watching his stuff a little bit, and he seems to really have a good head on his shoulders, and sort of, you know, I respect his opinion and all that kind of stuff. And all of a sudden, one of his recent videos, he goes on about this guitarist, okay? Now, this is a guitarist I've never heard of. Nuno Bettencourt, okay? Extreme, I guess, is the band that the guy came from. I guess he's been around forever. He's very established. The guy seems really cool. I mean, I've heard him talk. Classic rocker, guitarist, dude. He looks like a cool guy, okay? But, you know, Rick was talking about his new solo on his new single and Rise, it's called. Extreme's earlier album of 1990, Porno Graffiti, came out the same time as Nirvana, Nevermind, and Pearl Jam 10. Those two albums really have nothing to do with what I'm going to talk about, but I'll bring them into the fold anyways, because I know how this crap works. But you know what? He said one of the best guitars ever, okay? And I'm watching Rick, and he's listening, and he's going on about this guy, and I'm listening to this guitarist, and what I hear is a technical whiz, okay? Now, from my background, look, okay, for those of you that don't know who I am, because I'm sure I'm going to attract some people watching this based on Nuno Bettencourt's name, and you guys have never seen me, okay? I'm a hi-fi expert. I build audio systems for people in their homes, and I build the highest level of playback systems that are currently available. I sell hi-fi, okay? So I'm a hi-fi, a stereo guy, okay? And, but I'm in this business because I love music. That is the number one thing. I'm not a gear slut as much as I am a music whore. Okay. So, put that in your pipe however you want to smoke it. But the bottom line is music is number one for me. Okay. And so I take and electric guitar is one of my favorite things. Blues is kind of where my heart resides. And, you know, so whenever I listen to people like, okay, so I listen to this Rise solo, this thing that Rick was talking about, and it's technical stuff, okay? Perfectly perfect. You know, no mistakes. The guy can do his fingers a million miles an hour. And so I pose the question, is that talent? Is that what you guys really think is talented guitar? Is just being able to do stuff fast? Okay, brings to mind Yngwie Malmsteen. I couldn't stand that guy ever, you know? I mean, I just thought it was goofy, just stuff, just scales. It's like, you know, any joker can learn scales and just learn how to do it fast. You could sit in prison and frickin' practice scales and come out of prison, I guess, the best guitarist ever, because you can do scales super fast and super perfect. I don't mean to piss people off, okay? But I probably will. The bottom line is this talent? I never saw doing shit fast, technically perfect as talent. It is a learned behavior. It is like, you know, I guess some people's fingers can't go that fast. Other people's fingers can. But is there really any soul in that? To me, it seems devoid of soul. It is a technical marvel, okay, that someone can play that fast. But is there any musical soul? Does the guy have soul? Can he give soul, put it into his playing, or is he just technical Marvel man? People may say, well, Mikey, who do you think is a good current guitarist? Okay, so, because, my guitarist, Hendrix, Randy Rhoads, Mick Ronson, the older dudes, okay, guys that probably, aren't out, they're either dead or they're Steve SRV, of course, he was phenomenal, but I kind of put him in sort of the Hendrix sort of angle, or this Hendrix aisle, if you will. But, let's look at Buckethead. Man, Buckethead is the shit. Like, I didn't know who the hell that guy was, and I still don't. But I listened to him play, and I'm like, holy shit, this guy has soul. Like, he puts together musical structure. There doesn't need to be any singing. The drums are just background, and the bass is just fill. And it's like, this guy is a one-man complete band. That to me is good shit. Like, that is melodic. That's musical. There is musical structure to it. When I hear this thing that Rick said, blew his mind so much and makes Nuno Bettencourt like this amazing best guitarist ever, it's this solo and rise, and all I hear is technical marvel, technical perfectionism, and I'm like, is that really, does that make a guy a good guitarist? Yeah, it makes him good, but does it make him one of the best ever? Or is musical ability to write music, ability to sing a song, tell a story with guitar. Look at Mark Knopfler. Look at how he makes a guitar sing. That makes it, that's, man, you don't even have to write words. You can just play a guitar and you know what the song's all about just by the melody of the guitar. So I beg this, and I want to open this up for discussion, is Nuno Bettencourt overrated as being one of the best ever, or is he a technical marvel? Do you consider Yngwie Malmsteen like one of the best ever? I personally don't. He's another technical marvel, there's some of these other guys. Who are the other guys that I'm trying to think of? I'm not going to say it because... I want to know from people, what do you value in a guitarist? What do you think makes a guitarist best there's ever been? Is it his soul? Is it his ability to channel a feeling into his guitar? Or is it technical ability to hit hammer-ons and all this stuff perfectly and do all this crazy wild stuff and then, just be perfect technical master, super fast guy? Is it slow bean, slow guy, slow ride, slow hand, Clapton, that style, Neil Young, totally slow, man, his shit's on heroin. But it sounds like, you're just like, God, you feel every little bit of feeling in that guitar. To me, it's different, man. That has a musicalness to it, a musical ability to it, not just technical. So I open this up for discussion. Let's go ahead and discuss about this. I'd like to hear your feedback on what you value in a guitarist and what do you think makes one the best in the world. See ya.